The New York Knicks have finally done it. They're NBA champions. After so long, they finally did it. NBA champions. Well, actually, NBA Cup champions. But still, the New York Knicks have finally won something after forever. Or who knows how long. It feels like forever. Or it might be forever. I don't even know. But man, they're NBA champions. Cup champions. Cup champions. Not actual NBA champions. But hey, if we've seen the trend, all of the past NBA Cup winners have been first round exits. Knicks, I might be a little bit worried now. But on the real note, this was a very entertaining game to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. And I've got some MVPs. I think Jalen Brunson won the MVP. But actual MVPs of this game, for me, Mitchell Robinson, Jordan Clarkson, and Tyler Kolek. Those three players wanted to win this game. They won the Knicks this game. Also OG Anunoby. But besides OG, these three bench guys came and played phenomenal. Starting off with Mitchell Robinson. There was a stat when I was watching the game where in Mitchell Robinson's 12 minutes, he had, I think it was 7 or 8 offensive rebounds, which is insane. And that's really was the key to victory for this Knicks team, was getting all those offensive rebounds. I mean, as a team, they had 18 offensive rebounds? I mean, the Spurs they had 23 offensive rebounds compared to the Spurs 18. So that's so many more second chance opportunity points were created off offensive rebounds. And this kind of brings back the art of offensive rebounding is kind of a key thing. Because, hey, you have more opportunity to get points on the board. It takes more time down the clock. And, it's just cool to see. And Mitchell Robinson had 7 of those offensive rebounds, which was kind of insane. Actually, did he? No, he had 10. 10 offensive rebounds. Crazy. But let's actually get into this game because the Spurs were up by I think 10 early on, and they had a pretty strong lead, and it looked like the Spurs were going to win this game initially. And I mean, obviously, talking about the Spurs side, I mean, Stephon Castle, Devin, especially the guy who had the game, Dylan Harper, came to play, man. He was great today. 5 for 7 from 3. And here's a fun stat. Dylan Harper had only, prior to this game, made 10 threes the entire season, which is crazy. And he made 5 today. So, I mean, hey, maybe this kind of gets him going where he starts, hitting more of his threes or he gets more confidence. But, man, this was a great game from Dylan Harper. He was really trying to keep the Spurs in this game when the Knicks went on that run. And, other guys, even though Stephon Castle had not a super efficient night, he's still elite when he attacks the basket. And, I know Cat got kind of injured a little bit way through, but he ended up coming back. I'm very happy with how Cat played today, especially, I thought, with Wemby, with all the other Spurs players, they were just going to attack Cat because Cat is a player that's prone to fouling. He fouls a lot. And that usually ends up with him, being able to play less time and less minutes. So Cat played very well today. He didn't foul as much. He still had some dumb fouls. There was one foul where he slapped the arm of, I forgot which player it was. It might have been Devin Vassell or Wemby. But he literally slapped it and it was yeah, let's challenge the play. No! But yeah, anyways, big shout out. The Spurs played a great game. And I don't think I've seen Harrison Barnes hit a single three-pointer this entire game. Obviously, the last couple games, I don't think I've seen him hit a 3. So hopefully Harrison Barnes starts to, hit more threes. Maybe outside. Maybe it's just Vegas. Bad luck in Vegas. But yeah, this was a great game. Obviously, Wemby didn't have the greatest game, and I did not like those 2 plays when the Spurs got stops where it was Wemby pull-up 3 and then another Wemby pull-up 3. I'm sorry. Sometimes this frustrates. Wemby is an incredible talent, an incredible player, But sometimes you just got to get down low and get in the paint. It's literally a free bucket. It's either going to be a foul or he's just going to be able to float it or dunk it on someone. Like, I know, like, you know, the three ball is important. But, like, I mean, especially in that third quarter, Wemby had like 12 points. He went on a 12-0 run basically by himself. And that was a crazy run. That's when I was like, yeah, the Spurs got this. They got this game. And that was in the third quarter. And of course, you know, every time Wemby's on the floor, the Spurs are a elite defensive team because of Wemby himself, that defensive anchor. That guy who can kind of carry the defense. And his offense sometimes I just want him to, like, he's like 8 feet tall. So he should be almost in the paint every possession. The fact that he can make threes and like some tough jumpers is great, but like sometimes you just gotta get down low. But less about the Spurs, let's talk about the Knicks, man, because the Knicks gave their heart out. OG Anunoby, especially in this first quarter, set the tone. I think he had it was 10 points and like 4 rebounds in the first quarter or something like that, where he ended the game with 28 points, 5 for 10 from 3, super efficient, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and he played great defense on basically everyone he was assigned to. If it was Wemby, if it was Castle, or I don't know if he was assigned to Castle, but any player he was assigned to, he was great. And he was also incredible in getting those offensive rebounds, as well as Karl-Anthony Towns. And now let's get to the bench, guys. Like I already mentioned Mitchell Robinson, how impactful his offensive boards were in this game. But let's get to Jordan Clarkson, because especially in the early fourth and late third quarter, this man was a bucket. He was shooting like heavily contested threes, bang. Another one, bang. Like to give the Knicks the lead, like even though he shot 15 shots, but hey, that's just kind of who Jordan Clarkson is. He is a bucket getter. He will shoot tough shots. He'll probably miss a lot, but when he makes them, when he's on, he's goddamn on. And like today, he just showed that. 15 points, 2 rebounds. I mean, he was great today. And then Tyler Kolek, who, I'm not going to lie, I was watching this game and I had no idea who that was on the floor. I did not recognize him. And I was like, who is Tyler Kolek? And why is he cooking? Who is this and why is he cooking? I mean, Tyler Kolek was great on the floor. In the 20 minutes he played, this was probably his best game of the season, or one of his best games of the season. I think he dropped 20 earlier in the season when I looked at his stats. But hey, him and Brunson, like, they really extended this unit of Brunson, Robinson, Clarkson, and Tyler Kolek. And they all got extended minutes because that unit was playing so well. And, you know, Tyler Kolek had some great assists, was great at, great at distributing the ball, making some 3-point shots. You know, he made 2 for 5 from 3. He made some great layups. Like he was that backup point guard that the Knicks needed in this game. And it's really just the bench is the MVP of this game. Without the bench, I don't think the Knicks win this game. And the Knicks ended up winning 124-113. But it was a close game pretty much up until maybe the last couple minutes of the fourth. But if the Knicks bench players, let's say Tyler Kolek, this could be a huge confidence booster for them. And these guys wanted to win that $500K. But yeah, hopefully like this is just more confidence in that he can kind of continue to improve and be that backup point guard that this Knicks team needs. But yeah, I was super impressed with this Knicks win. Even like guys who had I hope Mikal Bridges is okay. I think he went out late with an injury. We don't really know the injury, but hopefully he's all right. He didn't just get that much PT. Jalen Brunson, as always, is a bucket getter. He's clutch. He's one of the best first quarter. I think he's the second best first quarter scorer in the league. But yeah, and shout out OG. Of course, Cat. Josh Hart as well made a huge 3 down the stretch in the fourth. Like, he just made the pull-up, like, late shot clock, pull-up, or not even a pull-up, just pass ball, contested, bang. Like, just a great all-around game, especially from the from the Knicks perspective. And hey, congratulations to the New York Knicks, NBA Cup champions. And I hope y'all enjoy that money. Don't spend it all in Vegas. But yeah, this was a great game. And I think the NBA Cup has grown on me a lot. I mean, I was always kind of a fan of it. And I think this year, we had some really great games. That Thunder Spurs game is a great example. All the games leading up to this final were really, really fun to watch. And I do think it needs a little bit more though. And I want to see if you guys agree with me. But as a fan watching, there's not really much reason as a fan to care for this. Where compared to like a championship, like some teams go decades without a championship. And a championship is forever. That is the hardest achievement in basketball, is winning an NBA championship. Where the NBA Cup, as a fan, I'm like, cool, I mean, we won. That's sick, But I think there needs to be a little bit more for the fans. And I might make a dedicated video on this, just on how the NBA Cup can be improved and how it can get fans more engaged in the process. I know people have thrown around the idea of having a late first round pick attached to it as a reward. But picture this. I think this game should count as a win towards the regular season. I even think, imagine this. So let's say you win this game and you get +3 wins added on to your record. +3 wins. So, this is a very important game for any team because, hey, any team could win this. So let's say a team like the Knicks win this, their record would go up to what? The record right now, I think it would go up to 21-7. I think it would be huge. And that would be this would make the game actually matter more. Because right now it's mainly a more player incentive, where there's not much fan incentive for me to really care about this cup win. I mean, hey, it's cool. I think the good thing is that we're getting more higher quality basketball and more, close games, more intensity. But we need something as the fans to kind of latch on and to care about. Imagine. +3 wins. So let's say miraculously the Toronto Raptors won this. Those +3 wins would mean a lot. The Knicks, those +3 wins now puts them in contention for the first seed. So it's it doesn't even have to be +3, but I think it should count as a win. There needs to be something there for the fans to really be like, hey, this is an important thing to win because it can help boost our record and it can, let's say maybe it even rewards a first round pick. But there's issues with the first round pick thing because the better teams, the very strong teams like the OKC Thunder, the Spurs, the Knicks, are always probably going to be in contention for this cup. So it's just kind of if you give them a first round pick, the rich are getting richer. Which I mean the players are as well. So, but yeah, anyways, I think I want to have a more dedicated video on my ideas for the NBA Cup and how it could work and maybe how it can evolve and change and be better for the fans. But let me know what you guys think about those ideas and let me know what you thought about this game as a whole. Do you like the NBA Cup? I know some people didn't even hear it was going on, but I really enjoy the high quality basketball we got from this. Both teams played pretty phenomenal basketball. I really like the Knicks' defensive intensity, their intensity on grabbing those offensive rebounds. Really a underrated skill nowadays that I think more teams are kind of tapping into and kind of being like, hey, every player go grab a rebound. Grab that, fight for that offensive rebound because that could just equal to more points. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. And take care and peace.